Hey everybody, happy Monday. Happy Labor Day. This is Grace. I'm here at the Comfy Nest with Grace. It's 10 a.m. Time for live crafting and chatting. Got a few things to show you, which is exciting. It's been a great weekend for our family. We've been just really trying to enjoy this like holiday weekend together. But it's kind of busy too at the same time. Still lots of things to do. So we're trying to cram it all in, just like everybody else. Um, but I'll be live twice today. Today, 10 a.m. with you guys here on the public business page, 3 p.m. today with Facebook subscribers. That is the private hub for those who are supporters of the page. They pay $1.99 a month to support the page, and they get extra content, extra time with me. And I really love that. I love that. I love the folks in that group, and I love that we get extra time together, and it's because it's more private. I am a little more open. It's just natural, I think, to be a little more guard up when everybody in the world can see this, but they're only the people who are subscribing get to see what's in the hub. So it is a little bit different in that regard. I invite you to check it out if you'd like to. It's only $1.99 a month to support the page. You get the extra content and the satisfaction of knowing you're supporting the page, me, and my family. So thank you for that. Thank you to all the supporters. Hey, Martha, welcome, welcome. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Denise. Estella is here. Look at all you girls. Hey, Diana. What are you guys up to this morning? So I was just listening to the news a little bit. The weather, they were saying that it's going to be like hotter than normal all over the country. So what is it like for you? Yesterday, we almost hit 90. So it was hot for us for this time of year, but we thoroughly enjoyed trying to squeeze every last bit of summer out of this summer. We do get out on the lake. We have a boat and we love to take the kids out. They like to surf and tube and ski behind the boat. So we've been seriously trying to enjoy every minute that we can of that. So what is your Labor Day weekend like? I would love to know. If it's hotter than normal, are you doing what you normally do or something else? All right. I'm not finding this feed, which is very strange because I can see that you guys are here. Where are you guys coming in from? Who's here from YouTube? Who's here from Facebook? Give me the shout out. I should be broadcasting in both places, but I literally cannot find the feed on my own computer. So I don't know. Oh, there it is. Finally. Finally, it shows up 2 minutes in. There it is. So maybe it's going to take other people that long to find me too. Oh, Kim's here from Facebook. Denise. Hey, good morning, Denise. Parker. And Denise Winton says she's here from Facebook. Martha's here from Facebook. Okay, you guys, both YouTube and Facebook folks are finding me, so that's fantastic. Good morning, Lori. All right, so let me check. All right, this here on the screen, well, let me change the screen view so you can see what I got going on my table. The lighting's weird, girls. Hold on. Making an adjustment. I see the big shadow when I get up. That, I don't like the shadow. If I shut off the big lights, that will help a little bit with that shadowing. Just keep the ring light on. There, it did it. Okay. So, you guys, I need, that commercial, that old commercial for the lighting, the clap on, clap off. I need that for my lights above my head, like the ceiling lights. Why can't I put the clapper there? That way I don't have to get up and, be off screen while I'm changing the lights. That would be really nice. Does anybody know what this is? Does anybody know what this is? I'd love to know if you know what this template is for. It's raining in Oregon. Actually, Lori, it's supposed to rain here today. We were hoping to get out on the boat again. And this will probably be our last day this summer out on the boat. And I said to my husband, we got to get out. It's going to be the last day. But it's supposed to rain starting at 6 o'clock. So if we're going to do it, we're going to do it this afternoon. So same thing here, a little bit of rain. Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Rita. You get the sprinkle award, if there is such a thing. I don't know. There really isn't such a thing other than a huge old fat thank you from me. That's the sprinkle award. And Rita, you just got it. Thank you for sprinkling. It is really helpful to us when you do that. Seriously, it's so helpful to us when you do that. So I appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. Hey, Michelle Burke. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've had a headache all weekend and it's just like a really soft, if that can describe a headache, like minor headache that's just kind of in the background. It's been there all weekend, but that light is literally blind. Like I can't look up that way. This is where my computer is, where I can see your comments, but it's also where the ring light is. And that is like blinding me, making that headache feel so much worse. Rolodex. That's what Denise is saying. Yes, Dana, you are right. Somebody else said it before you guys. Kim Vogel said it. Jerry said it. Yeah, Martha said it. Pat, you guys all know. You know this. I have never heard of this before. All right, big screen. We're going to go big screen on this one. I'd never heard of this before. This is a template, and I'm going to make this template available to you guys here on the page. It's a free template that was gifted to us, and I will give you all the information, where it's coming to, as a free gift for you. There are also some printables to go with it that I did not print out yet. I'm preparing for an event that's happening here on Facebook. You guys, when I tell you I haven't heard of this before, I ain't lying, girls. Like, it's called Memory Dex. So do you know what Memory Dex is? Do you know what it is? Can you tell me in the comments? For those of you, particularly if you are a paper crafter, you may know what Memory Dex is. It is not something I had heard before. It's something that my dear friend Jimmy Lou from the Messy Craft Corner has she's made it known to me, and probably many of, there are other people out there who haven't heard of this before. But it's called Memory Dex, and it's actual, like, you can build a box, or you can buy these boxes that hold these cards, just like a Rolodex. So you can see it has these two little spots open on the bottom that you hole punch on, and then you stick it in a Rolodex. Okay, but they're decorative. They don't hold business information, like someone's business address and email and the name of the owner, that kind of thing. These are decorative, a lot like the artist trading cards that we've been building. They just have really fun and different shapes. And you hold them in what's called a Memory Dex, but it's like a Rolodex, if that makes any sense at all. I hope it makes sense to you. But we are doing an event. It's tomorrow. It starts at 2 p.m. Eastern. So it's 1 p.m. Central with Jimmy Lou from the Messy Craft Corner. She's going to give you the lowdown. She's also going to run through how to make a box to hold these Memory Dex photos. This would be a really fun, open way to basically scrapbook. When I think of Memory Dex, it makes me think of scrapbooking memories and photos. So you might put your kids, like, a little photo of somebody with some notes, and you put it in a box, and it can be displayed somewhere where people could, kind of go through them, just like they do a photo album. But it is all new to me. I had never heard of them until I was invited to this event. The event is called A Walk Down Memory Dex Lane. It's tomorrow. It starts with Jimmy Lou at the Messy Craft Corner at 2 p.m. Eastern, which is 1 p.m. Central. I will get you all that information today. It's all going to be shared into the Junk Journal Jamboree group, and there is a fabulous group of presenters going all the way into the evening. So I hope you'll join us for that tomorrow. I never heard of them, Barb, but they're really fun. Like, this template gives you some really fun shapes. You could always stick with one basic shape, or like a more fancy one if that's what you liked. Of course, you can always do whatever you want with these things. But I'm excited to take part in this tomorrow. Thanks, Jana. Jane, thanks for fluffing the nest. Christina says, my mom had one of these. It was fun to play with as a kid, but I never got to use one. Well, Christina, tomorrow during the event, Jimmy Lou's going to kind of show us how to make the box to hold them in. So if you want to start creating these and trading them with people, you sure could. Yeah, it's like a Rolodex. Exactly, Julie. Christina, where were you in the 90s? Christina, I was in high school in the 90s. Wait a minute. Grace, hold on. I graduated from high school in 1990. I was in college in the 90s. I was not crafting back then. I didn't start crafting until after college. So I was in college, and then I worked for a few years, and I went to graduate school, and then I started another full-time job. So anyway, this was before I even started crafting, or like I didn't start crafting in high school. It was after college that I did. It's over 30 years ago. So I've been crafting for a long time, but that's where I was in the 90s. That's where I was. Yep, I never heard of it. You were a kid. I was a kid in the 90s, born in 91. Oh, Christina. So have you done the Memory Dex before? Would love to know. Good morning, Miss Mary. Thanks for being here. So anyway, this is all going down tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can share this event. Let me see if I can share this with you guys. Hold on, I'm gonna try some computer trick work over here. Memory Dex event 2023. Let me see if I can save this. Oh, my computer's doing something funky. Imagine that. And then let me see if I can get this shared. I'm not sure if it'll let me, but I'm going to try in the comments so that you guys can see the event lowdown tomorrow. Are you going to let me share a photo, Facebook? You stinker. It's not letting me in the comments, but I will share it to the page later. I promise, I promise. All right, so here's what I got for you. Thank you. First of all, let me just say a quick thank you. Hold on, face on the screen for a minute. Thank you to everybody who participated in the live auction and sale on Saturday. I've been able to get all the invoicing done. So if you claimed one of the items from the live auction and sale on Saturday, thank you. Thank you again for supporting the page. These are all great ways to support small businesses like mine. So from the bottom of my heart, from my kids, Lennon and Gannon, from Chris, we all thank you for supporting us. Invoicing has all been done. So I'll be mailing stuff out starting tomorrow for everybody who's paid their invoice. So if you claimed something, check your email because the invoice is sitting out there and I will mail it off as soon as it's paid. Now, that being said, I finished the Magic Fairy Journal. That went, Kim was the high bidder on that on Saturday. So Kim is going to be the proud owner of that amazing junk journal that I created. It took months and months to make it. I'm so glad it's going to be going to a loving home. This is something that was inside that same project box. I had started this little paper bag journal with the thought that I might put it inside the other junk journal, but this has gotten, it's a little thick. It's literally a paper bag. It's a little thick for that. So I just decided not to do that. But because it's still sitting here and it's a project and waiting to be finished, I think that's what I'm going to work on today. First, though, I do want to show you quickly, if you don't mind, just some new things that are in the store. Your comment, Christina, that's still up on the screen. It's just cracking me up. Hey, Cindy, how are you? I had one. Oh, so she used it for addresses. Yeah. So this one is a decorative, more like a piece of artwork. So you know, I suppose you could hold addresses in it for sure, but each card would be decorated differently and separately. I'm just reading comments, you guys. Okay, so let me show you real quick. We got some new things in the store. Getting ready for Christmas. Okay, so we have the Cardinal napkin. These are all available into the store now. This one's called Christmas Night napkin. The Christmas door with presents. So we have some new designs in the store now. I'm loving this guy so much. I think he's called King of the Hill. He's got little reindeer in his sweater, which is adorable. And then this really fantastic mushrooms with, it looks like holly and pine evergreen. There's a pine cone here. It's just a beautiful wooded, and the colors are amazing in this, especially if you like those neutral earth tones. So new napkins that are in the shop. I also wanted to show you some new or restocked rice papers real quick, and then we'll get to crafting. So we have some new or restocked rice papers. If you go to the website, thecompassnestwithgrace.com, and go to either the napkin section, all of those that I just showed you are in the single napkins section of the shop. And then these would be in the rice, the decoupage paper, decoupage supplies section. Look at that one. Look at how cute. Aren't they just darling? I love these little vintage scenes. They remind me of like vintage postcards. So I just want to do a quick flip through just so your eyes could get on them and see that there's some new things that have never been in the store before. And then I think there's at least one that is a restock. This is a restock. This sold out. They're Easter bunnies. Cute little Easter bunny scenes. It had sold out, so I restocked that. I grabbed some more of those. But like this one is brand new. You haven't seen this one before. So if you love that fairy theme, this would be a good one to have. ATC card size, Rolodex size, or memory deck size, and book cover size. So on that one sheet of paper, you're getting multiple projects. Oh, you guys, I have to apologize because, hold on, I think I need to get a tissue. I'm having like some sort of severe allergy attack. Started last night while I was sleeping. Yikes. I was sneezed about 1 million times. So I think it's coming on again. Yesterday when we were out on the boat, you guys. Oh, I can't believe how stuffy I am. When we were out on the boat, I got some happy mail, by the way. Thanks to Janice. I'm going to open this too. When we were on the boat yesterday, I said to my husband, it is so like foggy out or overcast. And he said, it's not fog, it's smoke. He thinks it's still smoke coming down from Canada. So I'm wondering if that's what's giving me the headache. And now all the stuffiness. It might be. Does that stuff bother you guys? Like your airways and my head. My head has been aching for days. And it has been overcast for days. But Chris said, I don't think it's overcast. I think it's the smoke coming down from Canada. We live in North Dakota. So we're about, say, 45 minutes from the Canadian border. I can't stop. I'm so sorry. I know it doesn't, I know it's not ideal, but I can't stop. I apologize. Janice is in Miami for the day. Chilling poolside, Janice. Oh, good gravy, girl. I saw your photos. They're lovely. So beautiful. What a great, treasured time for you and your hubby to celebrate your anniversary. Happy anniversary. Many blessings to you both. Jenna lives daily with allergies. Oh, Jenna, you must go through a lot of tissues too. Yes, Sparky Chris. I think that's what might be causing my headache because I said to Chris, I don't want to keep taking Advil. I haven't, I took Advil yesterday morning, but I haven't taken any more. And I'm like, if I'm going to, this headache's just going to be around for the season. I can't be loading up on Advil or Tylenol all day long, but I might have to after this. The headache, yes. Maybe the headache is because I'm all stuffy. I don't know. Well, Shauna, that's what I was thinking too, because I do suffer from seasonal allergies like pollen, but that normally for me used to be both spring and fall, but when I moved to North Dakota, that changed to just fall, mainly falls, but maybe spring's coming back. I don't know, girls. Who the heck knows? Hey, Carol Stinson. Aleve D, that's what Lennon's been taking because he has spring allergies. He's taken that a couple. He doesn't take it. Again, we're very conservative with the medications. He does not take it every day, but there was a couple of days where he just was really suffering and he took it. It's like a 12-hour thing, so I think he took it twice over 2 days. It's Monday, Kim. I know, it doesn't feel like Sunday though. It's probably that smoke and pollen, yeah. I know time on the boat is not going to be helpful to me if that's the case. Because, when you're speeding along trying to get the kids to like ski behind the boat, then that air is just pushed down into your airways even faster. So I'm sure that's not ideal. But it's like the last day. Oh my gosh. Janice, what did you send me? Look at these. You guys. Oh, these are really, really pretty. Oh my gosh. This color here is like this beautiful pine. Would really match this book. I better keep that out. The orange would match really well too with the mushroom caps. These are so fun. These, I think they're actually considered a yarn. Like technically, if you were to go to the store and say, hey, I'm looking for this material, I think it's considered a yarn. I'm trying to find the start of this one. Let's see. I think it's right here. Yeah, but the fun part about these is it's like several strands of different textiles together. It just is so pretty. Janice, what a treat. You really spoil me too with they're already on the cards and there's so many of them. Oh, a little card. Hold on. We got to read the card. If you're just coming in, make sure that you say hello. Let us know that you're here. Thanks, Sherry, for saying hello. Welcome, welcome. Zysol. Sparky says Zysol has been a miracle for me. Does it treat like seasonal allergies? I'll have to look into it. I'm sure I've heard that before, the name, but I probably didn't pay attention to what it was for. Hey, Missy Harrington. Happy Labor Day. Pick up Zysol. Oh, it's a store thing? I thought it was a prescription. Janice says pick it up at the store. I have a prescription, but there is an over-the-counter. Wow, you guys are all teaching me something today. Listen, I feel like I'm getting all this motherly advice and I love it. Thank you for mothering me, girls. Right. It is hard to pinpoint. You're right. Oh, look at the sweet card, you guys. Sweet little scene. I love cutesy. I'm not a big Halloween, like, what is it called? Like the spooky stuff. I don't like the spooky stuff. I don't think this is spooky at all. These, just the kids dressed up in their Halloween garb with a vintage truck. Behind it, there's a little owl here, and he's got a letter. It has a wax seal on it. This little owl. He has a letter in his beak, and it has a wax seal on it. We've got a star. We got a little crow with a hat, and another crow here. I love the house has a heart on top. Oh, this trick or treat. Oh, cute, cute. Okay. Oh, lots of notes inside. Hold on. Just a few treats, no tricks. You're always so generous. I wanted to return the favor. Oh, my goodness, Miss Janice. I lost my mind and ordered more stuff than I can ever use from Taperology. Enjoy. Blessings. Blessings to you, my good, sweet friend. Excuse the sloppy handwriting. I type at work all day, and over the years, it just keeps getting worse. Hey, listen, I cherish handwriting because to me, this is somebody's like thumbprint of who they are. So all the little it's funny because when I handwrite, I half do like printing and half, what do you call it? Script. It's like a half mixture of both. And I'm never consistent, but it's just kind of me. It is who I am. It's the way I write. And I think handwriting and writing letters is like a lost form of art, but it's also such a good way to connect with people who they really are, because your handwriting is an imprint of who you are. So Janice, I will not throw this out. I'm going to put the date on it, and I'm going to cherish that little note handwritten by you. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, 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 yes. Dried flowers, you guys. You ever see these huge, they're big stickers from Taperology. This is such a generous gift. Oh my gosh. I love these. And look, looky, look. Yes, we might use these today too. Janice, your thumbprint, your signature with these supplies may just be added to this little book that we're going to work on. Okay, so, ooh, look at that. I don't even know. It looks like mulberry paper that has been somewhat punched through. Very, very cool. Look at that texture. Oh, yes. Give me some. It matches, girls. I can't even help myself. Mesh. It's piece of paper, but it's got this mesh. I don't even know what you call it, literally. Oh, look at this. All right, we're going to use this as our base. That's mesh, and it has like pearlescent bits of, I don't know what in it. I don't know what. It looks like chicken wire if you look really close. I won't be able to get that on camera. I don't. Oh, yeah, maybe right there. You can see it a little bit right in here. Kind of looks like chicken wire, but it has all this sparkly confetti embedded in it, looks like. That's the best way I could describe it. But look at all these gorgeous papers. Just more of similar. Janice, these are special. That one's kind of a pinkish purple. Another pink color. It is nice to have a variety of colors in your stash. Look at that texture. Are you kidding me? Here's another one of these floral sheets. The other one was gray. Hold on, we're going to get these back in order. You did such a good job packing. The other one was gray. This one is pink. Wow, wow, wow. Lots of textured, and I'm going to call it holy paper. Not holy like in Jesus. I mean like holy, it has holes. I don't know. Do you spell that the same? I don't know, because a hole is H-O-L-E. Holy is H-O-L-Y. I don't know, but it got holes in it, and it's in patterns, and it's gorgeous. And when you guys get these kind of papers, so like this one being stark white, if you didn't want to put it in a book because it's just too bright white, you could always take like your ink pad or something and your foam dauber and just add a little color, or spray these, or just dry brush some paint onto them. Oh, wow. These are amazing. I see silver. Whoa, look at that, you guys. This is so special, Janice. I can't even with it. We've got some simple. They're simple, but don't discredit them, because look, they still have super texture. I don't know if you can see that. And they're pulpy. That's mulberry paper. It's not super smooth texture. It's pulpy, which if you know me, you know I love me some texture. Listen, Can you hear that texture? I don't know if you can see it because it's so small, but you can certainly hear it. So some of these are smooth. Oh, that looks like leather. That looks like leather. That's amazing. It's paper, but it looks like leather. Oh my gosh, Janice. I pulled out these because, yes, ma'am, those might just work perfectly with this project. And then look at this. What? Another whole bag. I gotta rip into it. We got to. And I see a little feather sticker falling out of here. So it appears, okay, let's leave the stickers in because they're kind of small. A bunch of these really cool stickers. These are paper, but look at those kind of like clear. They're colored, but they're on a clear base of stickers. And then some really cute tags and ephemera, we would call this. These are little embellishments that you can use in your junk journals. Oh, some more feathers. They're really pretty colors. The pinks and purples and really gorgeous blues. Is this a frame? It is like a little frame. Adorable. These are so great to have on hand. I put them in those little envelopes, you guys, and then we hold on to these so that when you're working on a book, you can kind of pour through your stuff. And that is so relaxing and such a joy to me to pour through some of the stuff that I have on hand to find just the right fit for the project that you're working on. Just the right color scheme or theme of the book, whether it's vintage or if it's whimsical. Look at that, is on vellum. That's really beautiful too. It is really nice to have these things on hand. And now look, a whole mess of ribbons. When I say mess, I don't mean like they're messy. I just mean a whole lot, a whole bunch of them. Ooh, fancy ribbons. This one has gold on it. Janice, seriously, some of this stuff. Oh my word. Really, really pretty. That would totally match this book. And this one I'm seeing, oh, it might be too big, but that one's gorgeous too. Wowzer. 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 Janice, my love, thank you for the amazing Happy Mail, the amazing gift. Let me check the comments. I haven't seen comments in a hot minute here because I've been so focused on opening. Oh my gosh, yes, and you guys are chatting. Good morning, everybody. It's some gorgeous stuff, right, Jeannie? That's that Janice, that sweet Janice sent to me. That beautifully textured paper. I know, right? It's amazing. Okay, so let's see. Let's put that stuff aside. This stuff, because I may use it over here. Let's put this over here. This is the little, it's like a trifold. Let me get everything out of it. First of all, let's get everything out of it. It's a trifold. It's a paper bag. Okay, and you can almost see here, this is the bottom of the paper bag, and this is where the top was, where you'd open it up and put your lunch in there. But I used this bottom part. I glued everything down so it would stay together, but then I used that as like a little tuck spot right there. That's why I stuck this little paper in there, just to remind myself that there's a tuck spot there that can be used to create something, you know, decorative or something for inside that little tuck spot. I just didn't want to forget that the tuck spot was there. But it's a trifold. This will be the cover, or you could do it this way. Doesn't matter, however you like. Trifold. I've already decorated the base of it by covering it with some really pretty papers from that kit. And I've also put one library pocket here with one tag from that Magic Fairy Journal kit. And so I thought maybe what we'd do is just decorate some of these other pages. Now I grabbed this stamp that I had because I thought it might be really nice and black on one of these pages. And then I also had this stuff just kind of set aside from that Magic Fairy kit. So let's just see if we can use some of this stuff in this book. Okay. Now, before I see the stamp in black would be very cool somewhere. Let me open this. Thank you for sprinkling, Cindy. I appreciate you. Okay. So we have this stamp. And she is a fairy. I haven't used this before, have I? I don't know. Just in case. Just in case. When you get a new stamp, you should really just scratch up the edges, the stamp side, just to get that silicone stuff to have some tooth to it so it grabs that ink. I know it looks weird, but I promise you it will. If you have stamps that aren't, the image isn't really coming out, it will really help you with getting your stamped images to come onto your paper if you're struggling with that. Okay, so I'm going to have that set aside. I also have this little thing, which is a little flip, which I would love to put in here, but the thing on this with me is I feel like this part should have something decorative. So I'm just going to go through and see. That's a trifold. This is a trifold. This is a library pocket with a tag. I'm just going to look and see if I have something decorative that I like that would fit in here. We have that same little door right here. So maybe not the door. This door we haven't used. And this one, and this door we haven't used. This one's a little too big. I could cut it down with no problem. I'm just going through what I have left and seeing what might fit in there. That door fits perfectly, just the way it is. So we're going to make this more decorative, of course. Of course, of course. Let's round the edges on the bottom. You could use your paper corner, your corner punch for that. And I'm thinking about stamping all this stuff. I also wouldn't mind spraying, but for the sake of time, I'm not going to spray. I think stamping would be really good. I have this brick stamp, but see how little it is? It's just a little, it would take me like 20 little stamp images of that. Hold on, let me get something bigger. I'm staring at me right in the face across the way here. Let's use this. Big old stencil with a really cool design on it. So I'm going to grab a book to put down. And we are going to stencil some color onto this so that I can put this photo in the middle and it won't just be sitting there on a white piece of paper, if you know what I mean. So next up is to decide what color to do the stencil. And I'm thinking maybe the frayed burlap would go real well. So let's use our ink pad. I'm going to find the right little doodad, whatever this thing is called. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Dina. How are you, friend? Dina, you should be packing, you said. You cracked me up. We were chit-chatting. Dina is taking part in the Memory Depth event too tomorrow. And she said, I'm playing with making more of these, and I should be packing. You crack me up, girl. All right. It's a pattern. It's in, it doesn't, so it doesn't have to be positioned any which way. It doesn't have to be even or not. I kind of like when I do this for some parts of it to be darker, see, darker, and some of it to be lighter. It's just, so it doesn't look so perfect, because you know me, I like things that are imperfect. Oh, girls, just like my allergies today. So we'll go dark in some areas, lighter in some areas. It's my Boston accent coming out. You even get different results. If you go straight back and forth, it's going to look a little different than if you do little circles. None of it's right. None of it's wrong. It's just do what you like, girls. Do what you like. Tell that. I always talk to my spies and I say, you're not the boss of me. Nope. I get to choose. Now, the stuff in the pure middle right here, that's where that little image is going to go. So that'll get covered up. But do you see how pretty that is? I kind of like some of it being darker and some of it being lighter. So I'm going to add a little bit more of that detail, going really dark in some spots. That actually looks like giraffe, like a giraffe, whatever you call it. markings. Not what I intended, but it's still cool, right? I like it. I'm going to keep this handy because if there are other places in the book where I feel like we should be doing some of that, I'd like to use the same color, maybe even the same stencil to make everything match. You can't help it, Dina says. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Hey, Amanda. All right, so look at that, right? So much better than just it being plain white. This can get glued in here. I think I'm just going to glue it down. I mean, you could do it as a hinge. I think I'm just going to glue it down as a little focal point in the middle of this card, and then I'm going to glue this card down somewhere in the book, I think. But let's just, I decide as I go. Sometimes I have a bit of a plan in my head, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just decide as I go, which is kind of what I'm doing today. I know I want to use up these supplies to finish up this little paper bag book, but beyond that, I'm not real committed to how I'm going to do that. Okay, I have to always think about this. So if this one is out, that means that side needs to be out and this side needs to be in. I have to think about it every single time I do that. Am I the only one? Oh, the allergies, the allergies. All right, there we go. So now when somebody opens up, it's going to have that beautiful surprise in it. Put you aside until I need you again. Now, sometimes what I'll do is that's already glued down. No, there's no choice to be made there. But sometimes what I'll do is make my mind up as I go. So instead of, sorry girls, gluing this in place immediately, I know I'm going to use it, but I don't know where. So I'm going to hold on to it until I decide what other things I'm going to use. Now I have pulled out this little mushroom cluster, paper cluster for the cover. And I think I may still use that cluster on the cover, maybe with some of the things that Janice sent me. So that I'm pretty sure will go on the cover, but let's see what else we can use. I still have some of these plain pieces left. I still have some of this left, which I put on the opposite side of this little sheet. Now, I want this tuck spot to be known. So I think what I'm going to do here is glue this into place. So this is a flap, but it also showcases that. That's why I put it there. So I'm kind of knowing that that's what I want to do. I think to make sure I don't have a whole lot of oozing glue, I'm going to use my glue stick for this. Girls, I better go get my box of tissues. And today is going to be a day where I'm just going to have to bust down and take some allergy meds. It's just going to have to happen because I can't with this all day. I have the worst headache too. It started out as like a light nagging headache and now it's just getting worse. I think it's the light in this room. All right, gluing that down. So we have this little fold. This side of this is made with that washi tape, or that fabric tape, excuse me, that I bought. And then this side is just this glittery paper from a glittery paper pack. Okay, obviously I punched a hole out of that, but that can go there. Something could be hidden back here. Maybe I'll do something here. Hold on, let's see. Where's that dragon? I know I had a dragon here somewhere. Didn't I? Plain. So this is the nice thing about a printable kit though. Like if I already used the dragon, this little fairy too. If I already used it, I can go and print out another whole sheet of this where the dragon is. Oh, another trifold. I love me some trifolds. It's just, I love anything interactive in your book that you get to open while you're flipping through the book and discovering what's on each page. I thought I had a dragon head, girls. Come on. Nope. Oh, I got the pretty dress though with the shoes. I kind of like this little door here. Maybe a bigger one. That one's kind of small. Yeah. Like that. And then what I could do, excuse me, is I could make this a flap the other way. So we'll score this. Let's score this at like 1/2 inch. All right, technically I could take this out. the way this thing works. Flip it around, and then it becomes a scoring. You can use it for scoring or cutting. And so you flip it back and forth. So if I wanted to use this way to figure out my scoring, oh, the scoring has to be on this side. So then I could use these measurements to know that I'm right at a 1/2 inch. You see, what I usually do is I just come somewhere in the middle of the ruler and then figure the 1/2 inch there. So I'm going to score it at a 1/2 inch so that it folds. There's a method to my madness. Hang tight, and I will show you. I don't usually monkey with this flippable thing very often, to be truthful with you. You can. I usually don't, for the sake of time. Then I have to like get all fixing it up, and I'm not good time for that. All right. So we're going to glue down just this section, and that will make this a foldable. Somebody asked me about a glue stick that is reliable. This is it. My Scotch-Crete. It's in my Amazon store. Scotch-Crete permanent glue stick. I tried many, many glue sticks before I found this one that I love, and this is it. Okay, I want this kind of peekaboo. So this is where it's going to get glued down. And then this will be an added flip. So it'll be like this. Okay. And the paper will remember when it's closed, and it stays closed for a long time. It will remember to just, these things won't pop up so easily. But paper takes a little time to remember. That's what it's supposed to do. Oh, guys. I checked the comments. Virginia, you're always welcome, friend. She said, I'm late. It's okay. That is a We Are Memory Keeper, Cindy. Again, you'll find it in my Amazon store. If you go to the Comfy Nest, if you Google Amazon, the Comfy Nest with Grace, you'll find my store, and it's in the section called Craft Supplies You'll Love. Oh no, Amanda. Oh, the sneezing. It started last night. Like in the middle of the night, I was sleeping and I just started sneezing. I'm like, what is going on? It just like hit me like a ton of bricks. And then I don't know. It just kept waking me up sneezing. All right. So we have this little decorative element here. I'm going to pull one of these out because they're gorgeous and the color scheme is real warm, which I like. Let's see if one of these will fit. Oh, look at that. The yellow ones. Look at how big that is, you guys. Oh, my word. How beautiful. I don't know. Okay, wait a minute. This is my cover. That's where the mushroom is going. I think I'm also going to use this trim that she sent me, this lace trim on here. Open it. I might just put the stamp. I'm kind of intent on using the stamp. I might just put her here. You know, I want to get her hair, which is fantastic. I might just put her here. Then look at how beautiful that would be right there, you guys. Oh, tell me what you think. Do you think that I don't see any, or it's like a yellowish, goldish orange, and I don't see any of that in this book, but I think it's okay because it really stands out and it's so vibrant, but I would love to know what you think. The other roses are more like a burnt red, but that one, oh my gosh, Janice, it seems perfect to me. What do you guys think? Sherry says perfect. Oh, thanks, Joy. What a compliment. She said, I like the way your mind thinks. I really do love interactive things in a book. I think, remember those kids' books with the hard pages where one page you would have a piece of felt or fur on the animal that you would touch, and then you would turn the page, and the next page would be squeaky or make a sound, and then you would turn the page, and the next page would have something metallic that shines in the light. So that like kind of touches on all of your senses. You know, the tactile part that and the interactive thing that we love. I still love that. I'm 50 years old and I still love that element in a book with flippable pages and little tuck spots. And look at this, could go either way actually. Flippable tuck spots and places to write and a variety of colors and schemes to look at. I love that. I don't think I ever outgrew it. So why not? Why not have fun with it while you're doing it? Is what I'm thinking. Thank you for the compliment, Joy. I appreciate you saying that. It is. It's a lunch bag. It is a lunch bag. You're right. Okay, I'm going to put these things aside for a minute so we can focus because I have a few things pulled out. If this goes here, that is the only focal point on that page, I think. Other than, oh, I was thinking maybe a wax seal over here, but we have this here. And see, have not attached that yet. Won't until I fully decide. Well, if I use the mushroom cluster here, the paper cluster here, then where am I going to put this? Because I still want to use my stamp. See, I'll run out of room. I'll run out of room. Okay, so I guess this may not get glued down. Maybe what I'll just do with this is keep it in here, meaning it'll go with the book, but I won't glue it down. Okay, because I'm out of pages. I don't have enough pages to glue all of this stuff down. You have to make some choices here. So maybe this will get included. This I absolutely love, you guys. I can't even. I'm gonna do it. I don't know what you said. I don't know what you guys are saying, whether you like this or not. I really love it. A mushroom wax seal. That's what I was thinking too. Yes, Janet says she likes the contrast. I gotta get something pointy because I can't. Do you ever have stickers where you just can't get the top part off separated? I usually lay it down flat, and if you just kind of rub on that edge, usually it'll come up. Usually it'll come up. I know that it's okay. I'm going to say it's kind of impossible for me to see this, so I can't imagine for you. There it is. I got it. Now I'm going to lose the bottom of this. Hold on a second. I'm going to use this whole thing. I was thinking I could cut off a branch, but I'm not. I'm going to use the whole thing, but the whole thing won't fit. Like the bottom's going to get cut off. Oh my Lord, oh Lord, is this beautiful. All right. Oh my word, I love this. Janice, look at look at how beautiful that is. And we're just going to cut off, actually. Let me pick this up a little. I can make sure I get the edge of that. That'll go in the garbage, that little eye. We didn't lose much, just a little bit of the stem. But my word, is that beautiful. Holy buckets. I just think that's so pretty. Plenty of room to still write or glue something down on here if you wanted to. You have this spot, you have that spot, you have up here. I think I'm going to include this in here. Whoa. This will be the cover. And then here, if I work in my little, what I was thinking was my little stamp, but something for her to sit on. I kind of want something for her to sit on. So what if I did like a little pocket out of this? I think I might just do a little pocket. So how wide would I want it? I can see where the bottom of the stamp is, and I would want it a little bit wider than that, but not wider than the decorative paper. So maybe like right here. We're going to see if we can make a little pocket out of this sparkly paper. What did I do here? It's just not doesn't feel like it's sitting right. I think I got it wrong. That's why. Excuse me. Sorry for the noise, girls. There. Whew, got it. Okay. Now, I make this a pocket where she's sitting on top of it. See, that still feels a little wide for me, doesn't it? I want to be able to see that decorative paper behind it. Let's take another sliver off of this. Maybe like just under 1/4 inch. Now, whenever there's something really thin like this that I'm cutting off, I will have trouble with getting that blade from here. It usually jams up right there. Do you ever have that happen where it kind of crinkles your paper? Here's my tip for you. when you're just cutting off a sliver, and it almost always works. Instead of taking the blade and starting it from this end and jamming it into the end of that paper, excuse me, put your blade in the middle of where you're cutting, punch through your paper, and then go one way and the other. And I don't know why, but it works. I don't know why. I can't even tell you why. But that's what I've been doing, because sometimes that blade gets jammed up. I think it's just the momentum is too fast when you start down here with the blade and cut up. And I don't know why that happens, but it does. Let's see if that's enough cut so that we can see that decorative paper around it. And I think I'm going to do something with these to soften up the edges. Maybe even make them decorative. Let's do this one here. I don't know if you can see that little notch taken out of there. Oh, I'm looking for some white piece of paper that I can show you the back. There it is. So it just took a little, make it a little more decorative. You know what? I like it enough that I think I'll do the bottoms too. I don't usually do the bottoms. Oh, girls, this might be just a little too tall. Well, she fits on there, but I don't like it. She fits, but I don't like it. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to cut off a little bit of this. So again, instead of taking your blade and setting it all the way down here and going up, set your blade in the middle of your paper, punch through your paper, go down and up, and I usually don't have trouble getting that little edge off. I don't know why. I can't explain to you why it works. I can just tell you that's what I do. And it seems to work for me all the time. It was a little too tall. We needed to make it a little shorter on the page. I like it to be below the halfway point when it's a pocket. Not necessary, but I do like it. And she's going to go up here. I think that's kind of a cool idea. And then I'll stick something in that pocket. So first thing first, we're going to glue the pocket down. Well, actually, first things first, let's get her stamped on there. I'm looking for the cover of my glue because I'm not using it right now and I don't want it to dry up. First, let's stamp her down. Wow, when I work, you guys, it happens every time I'm live and I'm creating and when I'm working. I always end up making such a stinking mess in my craft supplies because I use something and then I don't put it away. I just throw it aside. Does anybody else do that? No, I don't. I'm looking for my black and I don't know. This may be the first time that I'm using this stamp. So before I do it on here, I'm going to do it on the back of this to make sure that it's all going to come through properly. So let's do this. She's really beautiful. I know this looks annoying to keep hearing me do that, but you see her? I just want to make sure she's going to come through nicely. The block does help you apply pressure evenly. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. Are you kidding me? Look at the detail. This is a Lavinia stamp, the Lavinia brand that I came across somehow. I think I'm going to stamp her first. So let's do this. This is going to go here. I'm going to give myself a little pencil mark. So I know she needs to be above that pencil mark or right at that pencil mark. We're going to ink her back up. Oh, wow. It's so striking. And I think with the black blobs on the paper, the black splash marks, that was on that paper already. That was a kit I think I got from Louisa Heinzel on Etsy. I think that's one of her paper kits that I purchased, like a digital print kit. This is the nice thing about these clear stamps, ladies, as you can see. Now, it's on a paper bag, and the paper bag has all this stuff underneath it. So I'm going to press from below onto that stamp to make sure I don't miss any part of her wing. Oh, it's like mystical, beautiful, mysterious. Where's my little pocket? Yep, she's sitting right on top of this pocket. Just another little decorative element. which I'm loving right now. Now, this sparkly paper feels a little strong to me. It feels like it's a little bit like overpowering on this page. So I'm going to put something there. We're going to get something and put it there. Even if I cut out like a little design element, something will go on there. I'm not sure what yet, but I know the pocket's going there. So let's get it down. Glue in 3 sides. Get ready for some oozing glue because I got a lot of glue on there. But just the 3 sides. 1, straighten you out, baby. 1, 2, and 3 have been glued. Give that ample time to dry. And this is a skinny pocket. You're not going to fit a lot in there. You just won't. It's skinny. But we'll be able to stick something, some little element in there, and then she'll be waiting behind. But something can go here. Maybe I could just do another little cluster of something. You're looking for a stamping platform. Jana, I've looked at those, you know, for a long while, and I just haven't convinced myself yet that I would use it enough to get one. But they are amazing. I do think they're amazing. I think they're a brilliant, brilliant invention. I don't know who invented that stamping platform, but they are really smart. Oh, look what I just came across. Hang tight. Hold on, girls. We're going to clean this stamp quick with this is like the equivalent. It's not the Clorox brand, but it's a disinfectant wipe. Just the same. Can't call it a Clorox wipe because it's not. Okay, clean that off. Throw that out. This came in the mail with an order. Let's see, what was this again? This has nothing. It has nothing on it. It was a little card. I think I ordered a piece of jewelry. Yes, it came with some jewelry that I ordered. And you guys, it's a tiny little envelope with a card in it that has nothing on it. And I thought, well, I'm throwing that out. This is why it's called junk journaling. We take something that would have been considered junk and we're going to use it. You guys, it fits perfectly right here. Talk about another little design element. Oh, shut the front door. Yes, because then I would still have this little pocket here, but I'd have this little envelope. And actually, let's do the envelope this way so that you pull this way. Oh, shut the front door. I can't even believe that fits so perfectly. Are you kidding me? Okay, I have an idea too. Hold on. Gracie just had an idea. Yes, wait, I think so. Yep, I had an idea. I want to use as little paper as possible. I'm such a scrounger. All right, little purple sparkly dot out of the same paper that's made out of. This really blends where I think you may not even see that that's actually an envelope because it blends so beautifully. So what if I glued this down here at the tip of where the envelope is so that you just have this little sparkly circle hanging out just to show you like there is your flip. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down right here is where I want it. I don't want to lose my spot. I'm going to fold this back, add a whole lot of glue because it's where I want it to be. Okay, it's doing 2 things. It's matching what's behind it. Uh-oh, did I get off? No, the centering is fine. It's matching what's behind it just to like kind of tie it all in together, but it's also showcasing that this is a little, like there's something there. Little pocket. Now, let's glue this down. I can't believe this thing. It just came in the mail this weekend. I ordered a necklace for myself off Amazon. And this, I don't know why this was in there and it had no note on it, but I'm like, dang, that's the cutest little envelope. There's no need to throw that out, girls. This is junk journaling at its finest. Now here, we should do something here so that we know there's something in there and it gives you something to pull on. So how about some of this yarn that Miss Jana sent me? Maybe. I gotta find the start of it. Here it is. I found it. I just gotta get it. Oh, nope, not that. I thought you were little. I can't be the only one that talks to my supplies, am I? Well, what if we did this? What if we took a length of this? You guys, there's no rhyme or reason to any of this. Seriously, you can make it up as you go. There's no rules. It's just let your little brain talk to you while you're creating and come up with ideas. I've never done this before. It's just an idea I'm having right at this given moment. What if we tied this on? So instead of punching a hole in the card, because then you won't be able to open the card, we're just going to tie this gorgeous yarn that she sent me. So we have this like little tassel here. You still can open your card, but then you have this like little pole. How cute is that? A little pole. Now, it's bulky. Yes, it's okay. I'm going to cut this down. You know, we don't need this length here. We could go down small. So there's not so much hanging out, right? And you can go down as big as small as you want. But I'm going to tie this even tighter now that I know that I like it. And that will just sit there as a little pole. This is why junk journals get a little bulky, but you've heard me say it. I could get a t-shirt that says, I love my journals chunky, because I do. I love them chunky. I love when they have little things that you can pull on and use. I think that's adorable. Here we have this little spot here, and I was going to use this paper to do a cluster on there, but since I found the envelope sitting there, I'm going to put these papers in here so that whoever ends up with this, you'll have little extra pieces of paper. Let's do the same with this. I'm going to tear this down smaller. Maybe in half now so that it'll fit in there. I have all these little pieces of decorative paper kind of stashed away in your pocket there. This is just going to sit here because I don't want to glue it in. I actually could hide it. Will it fit in here? No, it's too big. So that can sit there. The back, I don't always do anything to the back, just put the date on it. But the front now is what's left. And I was going to use this on here. So let's see about how to decorate that. Thank you, Jana. The Misty is wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, I did see them on scrapbook.com. I think you can get them off Amazon. I don't use one, so I can't speak to them directly. You start with the blade at the top. Yeah, Joanne, I find when I'm like cutting just a sliver of a piece of paper, I can't get it to go through that first edge of paper. But if I punch through the middle of the paper and then go both ways, it works just fine. Okay, what if we took some of this special paper that Janice sent us and we do a layering cluster, because I absolutely love that color together with that. And that might just be enough. I'm going to cut it this way, and I think I'm going to tear it so I have a torn edge, which there will be a slight bit of waste to that because, you know, we're just tearing off the edge, right, to give it a torn look. But to me, it's worth it because I love the look of it. Now, let's see if this is even tearable paper. Haven't worked with it before. No, it's terrible. Terrible, not terrible, terrible. And I have to do the other side, just wider than this cluster is what I'm looking for. I just need it to be just wider. Oh, somebody's home because the TV. Oh, Gannon got up from bed. Gannon was in bed. All right, that will not go to waste. That's something beauteous that can be used on something else. I'm just tearing off enough. How tall do I want this to be? Oh, it's a little bit too wide still. All right, we're going to go a little narrower. And then I think I want it like that tall. I think. So let's do this. because I don't want, the paper is so fabulous and I don't want to lose it, right? I don't want it to get covered up completely. The whole idea is to showcase it behind the mushrooms. Now the mushroom has straight edges on 3 sides, which I'm cool with because it's different, right? It's a little bit wide for me to showcase this green paper, so I'm going to slice off a tish of this on either side, just a tish. Okay, we're trying to make it a little bit more narrow so that we can see this paper, we can see this paper, and we can see this. We want to see all 3 layers. Okay, so I'm going to tear this down to about right there. Oh, it has 2 layers, I think, this paper. So you have to tear through both layers. There, see that? So now I can see it all the way around the edges. I'm leaving it a little bit taller than this so that we can see all that gorgeous texture on that paper. It's amazing. I may just hit this with some of that frayed burlap to get that texture to showcase a little bit more. Let's hit it. Yeah. So see what I'm doing? I'm just distressing it a little bit. And I only need the edges because the middle's going to get covered. There. So it looks really distressed. My people are waiting for me, I think. Look at that. Gannon's out of bed. Lennon's home from doing his errands. That is gorgeous, you guys. I think I'm going to put this right in the center. It's just luscious layers. Now, I was thinking about using this. And I do love the idea of having some texture. Although now that I see it with this, is it too fancy? No. Nope. And we're just going to take a slice of it. We're not going to use it all the way around like all 4 edges. But I could glue this behind here, just kind of sticking out as a fancy little embellishment. It matches so perfectly. How could we not? So here's the easiest way to do this. We're going to put a bead of glue here. And then I'm going to stick that. I want the rounded edge to show, so I'm going to put the straight edge underneath and glue that down. So that what you see from the top is that. We got the straight edge underneath, top like that, and then that can get glued down. And it's perfect. It's just a little bit of frill and textile added to the thread and the fabric that I already have on that cluster. So now I can glue this down with confidence, feeling really good about the way this is going to look. What a pretty cover. I couldn't be any happier with that. Yes, this ruler. So nice to have a tear edge ruler. They are really nice to have. Yeah. Okay, we're going to glue that down. And then I have to think just quickly about, it's really full, you guys. It's really full. I don't think it needs another stinking thing, to be honest with you. So let's just get this guy stuck in place. I think I would use a tie, some kind of tie to hold it closed. And I'll just have to think on that. Do I want to use, I have a couple options. I could use one of these, you know, the same one that I used in our little envelope here. That would be a really cute tie for this whole thing. Or I could use this coffee stained fabric strip. I have some of that left and I could use that to tie it closed. I have enough of this. Janice sent me. Yeah, it's just so beautiful. Let's do it. Yep. Yep. I usually tie it off to one side. I am going to do like a traditional bow, even though this has multiple strands of things. That's what makes it so pretty. Make a floppy little bow. What do you think? What do you think, girls? I would love to know what you think. I'm going to be live at 3 o'clock with Facebook subscribers. So you guys feel free, if you are a subscriber, to join me in the subscriber hub at 3 o'clock Central. I may just be a little windblown because we are going to go out. I dropped something on the floor, girls. So bear with me as I bend down to get it, the cover of my glue. I am going to go out on the boat with the kids and Christopher. Last day of boating for us this summer, I think, before we winterize the boat. So we're going to enjoy that. I'll be a little wind blown, but I will be here at 3 o'clock with Facebook subscribers. So I hope you guys who are supporting the page that you'll join me in the hub. If not, you can always watch the replay. That will be available to you anytime. All right, ladies, have a blessed morning. Well, yeah, afternoon now. If you're on the West Coast, have a blessed rest of your morning. You guys, take care and thanks for being here. Bye.